Hey y'all, it's your friendly neighborhood panda here, back again for another episode, a smooth as Tennessee whiskey episode. Yes, today's episode is Tennessee Whiskey, originally sung by Chris Stapleton, and then covered by Voiceplay. This comes courtesy of a request from Jan Turner. Thank you, Jan, for this particular request. I have heard the Tennessee Whiskey version, the Voiceplay version, many times. Loved it. It's one of the earlier ones, and so it really gives a different dynamic to the group. But I know I've been living under a rock apparently, but I have never actually heard the Chris Stapleton version. I know. Well, we're going to remedy that today, okay? That is the first thing we're going to listen to. So, Jan, I am excited. I am glad you brought this up because it's one of those things like I've heard the cover dozens of times, never heard the original. So, let's see how it goes, yeah? Ooh, that twangy guitar just right there off the bat.
Used to spend my nights out in the barroom.
Ooh, okay. You hear that twangy, just that cry in his voice that just, it is synonymous with this kind of singing, that kind of jazzy kind of country feel to it, with that swagger and that just, I mean, you just want to sway with it the whole time. And he's got that in his voice where it despite the fact that he is kind of chewing on the vowels and consonants, you can still really understand what he's saying because of that pingy forwardness in the nasal area. I'm liking this so far. Yeah, let's go back just a little bit. Hit the wrong button.
Liquor was the only love I know.
Ooh, hear that growl?
But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone.
Okay, now, two things I love about this. Number one, Chris Stapleton's voice is smooth and clear. It's a live performance. So I don't know how much, if any, mastering and digital effects they put on his voice. But usually in live performances, there's not a whole lot. So you're getting the singer. You're getting the singer and their talent right here. And it's very clear he is very on point, very on pitch the whole time. And it's not straining. He hits those notes every time. He doesn't scoop. He doesn't go all over the place to find them. He is very precise. And then also, I love the simplicity of it. There's just that thumbing bass guitar in the back, and just a little teensy bit of the percussion in the back in the drum, just to give it a little bit of just to keep the beat, and his voice. But you're captivated by that simplicity somehow. Don't ask me why. It's more captivating than a lot of complicated songs I've heard.
Being too far gone. You're right smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey. You're right sweet, strawberry wine.
Ooh, a little jazzy guitar in there.
As a glass
Ooh, hold on. We gotta rewind. Okay, I have heard complicated runs like that all the time, but I've never heard them combined with that gritty rock growl in it. Like, okay, Ellie Jacobson of Voiceplay is rock god Ellie. Okay, he has that grit and growl in his voice just naturally, but somehow I've never heard it like this. It's kind of cool. hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's just do that just because I liked it. Ooh.
Look for love in all the same old places, y'all. Found the bottom, but the bottle's always dry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is now.
Okay, a little bit of Aerosmith combined with I don't know, that's pretty cool. I like that. Aerosmith country. I like it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is now.
And James Brown maybe a little bit in there
But
too.
when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to give me. It's Tennessee whiskey. You're a sweet strawberry wine.
I like how he has a this lady singing a little bit higher harmonies on the side, but it is I don't know if this is on purpose or just because it's a live show, and sometimes when you're in the middle of a live show, things don't go the way you planned, and so sometimes the sound levels are off. But she is there. You can hear her harmonies, but it's further in the background, and it's a much lighter, so it really allows the melody to play through, but it piques your ears still, and you can still hear that there's something there enough to give it texture, enough to give it interest. You know what I mean?
You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
Ooh, jazzy bluesy guitar solo. Ooh. This, I think, is the epitome of the term easy listening. I mean, I just want to sway back and forth, just sit with a glass of a whiskey in my hand, just close my eyes and just let it wash over me and relax. This, like I say, this is just the epitome of what I would call easy listening. There's not a lot complicated in it except for the extremely complicated runs that he does. And the harmonies that he adds in there, but it is very laid back. It's very cut back. So there's not a whole lot going on there. So it allows you to relax. It allows you to feel, and that, I think, is something that it's really nice to just stop and do once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Tennessee whiskey. You're a sweet strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
Ooh, bridge.
It's Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Oh, Tennessee whiskey.
This is a slow dancing song at a country bar. Oh.
You're right smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Oh, Tennessee whiskey.
Oh, I love that.
all so much. You've been a wonderful audience. Good night.
You are very welcome, Chris. Like I said, that was lovely. That is one of those songs you put on when you want to slow dance in the living room with your significant other and you just want to relax. Nothing complicated. Nothing too energetic. It's been a long day at work. You're going to kick off your shoes. You're going to grab you a glass of whiskey and just relax. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for getting us into this one. Now, I have heard the Voiceplay version of Tennessee Whiskey several times, and it's different. So let's see how they changed it and what they kept the same.
3, 4.
Used to spend my nights out in a bar room.
All right, right off the bat, still very simple, but it has a little bit more depth and a little more richness and fullness to the sound because originally Chris Stapleton had just, a real strummy guitar going there, and then he had just a little bit of percussion, usually a little bit on the hi-hat and maybe just a teensy bit just going to keep a beat. That's pretty much all it was. But here, they've got 5 guys to do something with. They're either gonna sit there or they're gonna do something with them. Got to put them some kind of harmony in there. So you've got Jeff playing the bass guitar with his voice. You've got obviously Lane doing the drums for the percussion, but then you've got Ellie and Jay Nunn there also having to have some kind of harmonies in there to give them something to do. So it has a little bit more of a completed sound rather than, feeling just a little bit bare. All right. And obviously we've got Ellie, who has that grit and growl in his voice, not quite to the degree that Chris Stapleton did in this song. I've heard him get there before, but I think he was a good choice to start it off with because it's that familiar sound that you've got from the original. So let's go back just a little bit and try it.
My nights out in a bar room.
Love this set.
Liquor was the only love I'd known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom. From the bottom. And brought me back from being.
And if you notice, it has, rather than the bluesy country style that Chris Stapleton used, it's kind of got a little bit of a doo-woppy barbershop quartet feel to it, which again, not a bad thing. It's really, really works for this song and it really works for this group. But I love the different styles that they used.
Back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
There's that doo-woppy. That's what I'm talking about.
Sweet as strawberry wine. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass.
Okay, we're gonna go hear that run again because it was so precise. It wasn't muddy at all. A lot of runs that you hear people do just to throw in there because they want to show off. It gets muddy and it gets really just sloppy. That ain't happening here. Ellie has got it. I'm just saying.
Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
There's that barbershop quartet thing I was doing with the interspersing of and then stacking. Not stacking. The following of the harmonies and each one after the other. That's a very barbershop quartet-y kind of thing to do. You hear that a lot. And like I say, it really works for this song.
All time. I've looked for love in all the same old places.
There's Jaina bring that R&B feel into it. Woo.
Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. It's always dry. Oh, but you poured out your heart. I didn't waste it. Didn't waste your love. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. Love to get me high. Smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Yeah. You're as sweet as strawberry wine.
Listen to what Jaina just did there. He added in when he sang the word sweet, and he was doing a little bit of that extra run in there, he added the Y consonant in there to make it a little more precise so that you could hear each note that he was doing. And it didn't get all muddied in together just because it was the same word. Listen to that. That's a very smart thing to do.
You're as sweet.
Right there you go.
Strawberry wine.
Right.
Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love.
Okay, first of all, we get the Ooh La La, the doo-woppy barbershop quartet thing going on there, like I've been saying. But I'm sorry, how crystal clear and beautiful was Janon's high notes there? They just floated up like angel wings, just beautiful, crystal clear. I mean, he hit that note like he'd been aiming for it in the Olympic archery team. Okay? Just, oh my God. See, there's a lot of things I'm going to be doing in this. A lot of things I'm going to be going back and looking at in this particular video and in the original with Chris Stapleton. Just because I want to, because I like them. They sounded so good. The talent in these two songs and amongst these two groups is it's phenomenal. It is mind-boggling.
You're as smooth. You're as smooth.
Okay. This frequently happens in Voiceplay songs, okay? People will go around and say, oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I mean, as is, it's great. And then they say, okay, but what's Jeff gonna do? There's no bass solo in that song. There's no bass line in that song. He says, there is now. And I love it every time because when they put in a Jeff bass solo, it doesn't seem out of place. To all of a sudden have this deep, giant voice in there. All of a sudden, when they've been doing the same key in the melody or even higher, it doesn't seem out of place. They have arranged it so that it just flows right into it without any upset. I think that's great.
Tennessee whiskey. You're sweet as strawberry wine. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of.
Yeah. Bass runs. Bass runs. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how difficult that is to sound that precise and clear and clean when you're that low? Apparently Jeff don't know because he just throws it out there. He don't know how difficult that is. Difficult? What? No, hold my beer. Or hold my whiskey in this case. Uh, Y'all. Okay. We'll just keep going.
Strawberry wine.
Strawberry wine.
You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I'll stay stoned on your love all the time. Whoa, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
There's that bridge like in the original.
Strawberry wine. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass.
Voiceplay. Quit it. Quit making things that are ridiculously difficult to do sound easy. We already know you're talented. That right there, they did the run together in 4-part harmony. Stop it. No, don't stop.
Strawberry wine. Strawberry wine.
Right here.
You're as warm as a glass of brandy.
Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
Ugh. Y'all, I loved that. I loved both versions. I am so glad, like I say, I am so glad that you requested this, Jan, because just somehow I've been living under a rock and I never heard the original. Well, I have now and I loved it. There is a reason why I think that everybody wants to cover this song. And why so many people, you don't always hear the best version of it because it's hard. All of those runs he does in there and the effortless way he puts it in there, he just throws them in there. It's not like he's just throwing them in there, without any purpose, just other than just to show off. It makes sense where he puts things. And he's so good at it that I can understand why it's tough to find a good cover. Well, Voiceplay delivered. They knew what they were doing, and they paid homage to the original and put a little bit of their own spin on it, and they did it. I really enjoyed both of them. They're just so easy listening, and y'all, I want to go grab me a glass of whiskey, sit out on the back porch, and just relax now. But I thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad you did. If you enjoyed what you saw in the episode today, maybe consider hitting that like button, maybe subscribe. I don't know, that'd be kind of nice. And then hit the notification bell so you know when I post next. Maybe, please. Yeah. Okay. And also stay tuned for upcoming things this month. We are going to have a lot of changes and a few additions and some perks that we might be adding to the channel. So stay tuned. I'm going to be doing some videos on that, and I just cannot wait for you to see what is going to happen and how we are going to grow on this channel. In the meantime, have a good day, night, morning, evening, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you in the next one.